What's going on, fellow gamblers? Welcome back to Straight Betting. Today is Wednesday, November 19th. It is going to be NBA best bets. Of course, I do have 3 official plays, and we'll get to that in a little bit. First, I do want to say, though, I have been doing this little giveaway thing for a positive day. And, genuinely, guys, I've been just, a brutal better as of recent. So I will give away $25 to someone who likes this video, is subscribed, and comments down below, just your thoughts on how this betting season's been going in general. For nothing. I don't have to go positive. It's just a giveaway if you do those 3 things. So do those 3 things, like, comment, and sub, and you will be entered in for a chance to win $25. And with that being said, guys, let's get into the recap of yesterday. Okay, guys. So yesterday, YouTube plays went 1 and 2. A late ad did win. It was an under on Dyson Daniels. Shaden Sharp over 24.5 points. Honestly, dude, this dude is getting up crazy volume. He got hurt too at the end of the game. But yeah, it did go over. Dyson stayed under. It was pretty sweaty. I think he shot 6 for 9, no free throws. So only 9 shots, man. All twos. I feel like that was a pretty good read. Laurie under 26.5. He's just really good. Straight up, man. He's just really good. He moves around a ton. If you screw up one switch or something, he's getting a wide open shot, man. I thought the Lakers, scheme was pretty good for defending him, but he just played really good. He's a really good player, and I probably underestimated just how good he is. And then Rui over 1.5 threes, man. I mean, I'd play that again. Genuinely, the volume was terrible. The read wasn't there technically. But coming in, man, with how many catch and shoot threes the Jazz give up and, what his hit rates were with all 3 of LeBron, Luka, and Reeves playing, everything looked great, man. And so in hindsight, yeah, the volume wasn't good. But, looking back, man, that really looked like an amazing play. So it's fine. All right, guys. So first official play I'm going to go with is going to be Max Christie over 9.5 points. Look, man, it's at 10.5 now. But here's the thing. I was pretty neck and neck between PRA and points to begin with. So I think it's totally fine. And the PRA line didn't move at all. So 15.5 PRA is what I would recommend for you guys to play. But like I said, I did get in on 9.5 points. But with that being said, guys, honestly, this is a line that probably feels too good to be true because every single box is checked with this, man. If you go to this year, obviously on the 9.5 points, he's over in 80% of games, right? Same with PRA, 80% of games. Here's the thing though. Last game, guys, Christie, against the Wolves, it was a back-to-back. They got absolutely slaughtered. It was a really ugly game. They're at home against the Knicks here, man. I do think they compete. It is a 5.5 point spread. Outside of this little back-to-back game, Max Christie has played between 26 and 33 minutes every single game this year. So I think that was definitely more so an anomaly. But 26 to 33 minutes, as you can see, guys, this year. He's over in 10 out of 12 games. If you go back to last year and you do with Dallas, and if you just do all time, honestly, with Dallas, with 26 to 33 minutes, still no Anthony Davis. Of course, Kyrie probably played in a few of those games. And of course, Kyrie is not indeed playing. I wish he was, but he's not. As you can see, man, 26 to 33 minutes, he's over in 80.8% of games. Very good stuff. PRA, same hit rate, 80.8% of games. And here's the thing, guys. So honestly, he's going to be needed for defense. It looks like Brunson's going to be back here. So that's good for his minutes, right? He's their best option to guard Jalen Brunson by a mile, honestly. So yeah, he's going to get minutes because of that. But also, guys, the matchup, spot up. Look, Max Christie, so 32% of his points come via spot up. But, guys, out of the rotational players that actually play consistent minutes every game, Max Christie does have the highest spot up frequency, right? So he's the main spot up guy out of all the guys in the rotations. Knicks are dead last there. They allow the most points per game there, too. Knicks are just really poor at defending the 3-point line, too. As you can see, they give up corner stuff. They give up above the break stuff. I think they give up the most catch and shoot stuff. Christie also, out of rotation, guys, is the leader in catch and shoot frequency too. So over 1.5 threes is not a bad look either, especially at this minus 128 price. I think that's really good. But yeah, man, I don't know what else to say, guys. This hit rate, especially with the points that I got, but also even the PRA, even transition too. He's good in transition. He gets out and run. Knicks aren't great there. Obviously, they play Cat and Mitch together a lot. So when you're playing that big, it is tough to get back on offense. But yeah, man, and look at his scoring chart, man. He's a corner guy. He's an above the break guy. Really, he does it all. And the Knicks just don't defend the 3-point line good. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. This play checks literally every single box. It looks like a beautiful play. You have an amazing hit rate. You have a matchup where he's going to be needed to play minutes. The minutes have been very good this year. So if it loses, man, it loses. I think we're making a good bet. And, the bet is win and lost when you placed it. So, yeah, I think that this is a really good spot. And, guys, recently I know that the bets have not been great, but at the end of the day, when you're putting yourself in position to make like high hit rate bets in good matchups, which, I truly believe that this is, Props Madness is the tool that makes this easy to find. I truly believe that Props Madness is the best NBA tool out there. And that, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to research effectively without it. So if anyone here is looking to originate and find their own props on the NBA, Props Madness is a must. Make sure to use my code SB25 to get 25% off that first month. Okay, guys, second play I'm going to go with is going to be Dort, Lou Dort over 1.5 threes. There's a minus 132 out on DK, which I really like, and a minus 135 at Caesars. I did lock it in at minus 125, but still think this is a really good look. So, guys, I was on this last game, and he, shot 4 for 6, finally had a good game. Here's the thing, though, guys. If you look at his chart this year, it's been really, really brutal. However, he just hasn't really played great. If you think about Lou Dort, this OKC team is very obviously very, very similar. Basically the same team as last year. So there's absolutely no reason to assume like that anything would change. And honestly, guys, this is just like kind of not overthinking it. I'm going to last year. Let's take away the regular or the playoffs because, playoffs are just a little bit different with how teams are more meticulous with their game plans and things to that extent. Last year, guys, in the regular season, I mean, he averaged 2.4 threes made per game. I mean, he was always a 2.5 line last year. And then also you can go to advanced filters, just hit his 3-pointers attempted, see that he was at 5.8 threes attempted per game in the regular season, right? So basically like a 6 3-pointers attempted guy for a 1.5 line that we have here. And like I said, absolutely no reason to assume anything changed. The last thing I got a couple more things to note on this Lou Dort prop, but first thing I want to note is I actually took his line on the road, right? And Lou Dort, honestly, you guys, you hear this all the time, kind of like role players shoot better at home, things to that extent. Well, it was very true with Lou Dort last year, right? You can see his 3-pointers made per game jumped up to 3, and his hit rate of over 1.5 threes at home was at 76.3%, which is just crazy. You can go to the road and see he only averaged 1.7 threes made per game and was only over in 45.5% a game. So he was a guy with like pretty massive home road splits. And I do think that is like, honestly, somewhat relevant. I'm usually like, if people are using home road splits on like rebounds and stuff like that, I don't think that that's relevant. But 3-point shooting, where 3-point shooting is like a very mental thing, right? Maybe you're just more comfortable at home. You see the ball, like the backdrop is different and things to that extent. So yeah, Lou Dort was a massive, massive home road split guy. And last thing I want to note with this prop is the Kings matchup is great. So if we go here, obviously they don't have any one to guard Shea. They're going to have to put 2 to the ball. But the Kings over the last 10 games are allowing the 4th most catch and shoot 3-pointers made, which obviously, guys, Lou Dort is a pure catch and shoot guy. He's not, getting pick and roll reps and drop coverage and shoot and pull up threes. He's a pure catch and shoot guy. So Kings are allowing the 4th most catch and shoot 3-pointers made. And last year, I mean, they allowed the 2nd most above the break threes. This year, they've been a little bit better, I guess, but still not great. And yeah, especially over the last 10 games, they've been trending very, very poorly. All right, guys, third and final play I'm going to go with is Anthony Edwards over 7.5 first quarter points, minus 122 at FanDuel. So this is also at Caesars, ESPN. It's at 365 as well. DK does have an 8.5. I would recommend only putting a half unit on that if that's the case. So look, Anthony Edwards at 7.5 first quarter points. I'm going to be completely honest, man. Like, this isn't going to be like my most like analytical sounding bet or anything. But so he completely bullshitted last game. Obviously, guys, I am a Wolves fan. He completely bullshitted last game. He played 7 first quarter minutes, had 2 fouls. So he got into foul trouble early. He's just coming off, and then Denver too, man. He played terrible. He's honestly played really, really bad in 3 straight games. I guess not really bad against the Kings, but against the Nuggets, he played really bad. He played really bad against the Mavericks. So Ant has like a tendency to like sometimes bullshit, especially against shitty teams. But honestly, man, he came out this year and said that he wants to like be setting his career highs against like shitty teams. And I think that, just coming off of a game where he reverted to old habits of like, bullshitting and, taking a bad team lightly. And now his like points per game average is kind of like being affected by it, right? Like an Ant definitely cares about his points per game, right? He wants to, he wants to be in that MVP race. He sees himself in that. So, guys, there's not a better time to just come out firing against the Wizards. So, first of all, guys, We're getting a 7.5 line. Pretty much every game he's playing like 10 to 12 first quarter minutes. Like he's almost playing the entire quarter. And obviously, guys, with the Wizards, just in case, right? Just in case, like, who knows? Like, if the Wolves are really blowing them out, because there is a 16-point spread. The Wizards literally just lost to the Nets at home, right? So he's more than likely not going to play this fourth quarter, you know? So we're getting like a line that is like a 7.5. His line's at 27.5. His lines, he's probably going to play like 10 to 12 first quarter minutes, and he's probably only going to play like 30 minutes in the entire game, just due to like how damn big the spread is. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting a line that's 1/4 of his actual line, when I think that it should be closer to like 1/3, which it doesn't sound like a massive edge, but it kind of is in like the long run. And also, guys, just the spot, man. I mean, obviously, guys, the Wizards matchup is just a cupcake matchup. They allow a ton of above the break threes. They're second worst in defensive rating. Over the last 10 games, they're just allowing the most points per game in general. I mean, this is like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful matchup. And I think just the spot, man, I really think he comes out firing. I think he's going to try and actually have a decent game, especially just after, shooting the ball so poorly in the last two. I don't think we're going to get a lethargic Ant, a bullshitting Ant. I think we're going to get an Ant who wants to put up a lot of points. And let's take the first quarter line just in case, the game does get incredibly ugly and maybe Randall's having his way and things to that extent. But yeah, Ant over 7.5 first quarter lines. I do think that there's an edge here. I do think that the spot, though, in general, is very, very ideal, just given how poorly he has played and shot the ball in specific over the last couple games. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it. And before I head out, 2 last reminders. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and you will be entered into a $25 giveaway. Do not have to go positive. I'm done doing that for at least like one day, right? But also, guys, I will be live at 6 p.m. tonight breaking down the slate. This is a pretty good looking slate, so I think that there's going to be a lot of stuff to like. And yeah, so make sure you guys are tuned into that. And once again, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time.